Yo, what up? It's your boy Chad back with another video, back on Angel Time. And I want to first ask you guys if you get the like button on the way into the video. It doesn't cost you a thing, but it means everything to me. And if you guys are liking the content, subscribe to the tribe. All right, so let's get it. If you guys looking at the title of the video, I named it Satan's War on the Youth. Satan's War on the Youth. And as you know, we are all going through it right now. Satan is on a time limit. His destiny is he's destined to go to the lake of fire, and he's trying to put out all his agendas while he still has time on this earth. So I made two previous videos about how he's attacking masculinity and femininity, and now this is going to be how he's attacking the youth. First, I'm going to start this word off with a word. So in Proverbs 22:6, it says, train up a child in the way he shall go, and when he is old, he will not depart from that. So, you know, like I said, the word of God says, train up a child in the way he should go, so when he's old, he doesn't depart from that. But we all know that God is good and Satan is bad. So Satan wants to do the opposite of what God does. So Satan wants to train up a child on the bad side, so when he grows up, he doesn't depart from all the demons and sins that he brought into his life. So like I said, Satan is a character. He's working on all of us. He's trying to push out anything he can while he still has time. So he's, like I said, it's a battle between all of us. We all going through spiritual warfare, and we're all going through all the Satan attacks. So making this video now so to point out in particularly what Satan is attacking when it comes to the youth. So without further ado, number one, he's removing traditional family structure. And we all know the family structure, the godly family hierarchy, how a family and a relationship goes. And that is children under parents, wife under husband, husband under God, God under Jesus. That is a godly family structure. Anything besides that is not of God, which means it's of the devil. Anything besides that hierarchy, you're bringing a curse upon yourself. You're bringing a curse possibly upon your kids, upon everybody. Like, that is not, because you see a lot of women nowadays, like it's especially now, like they're programming you guys to start to go to like get sperm from these sperm clinics and all that type of stuff, and like they're trying to remove the man out of the household. So they market to you guys, telling you guys to oh, you can just go to the sperm clinic to have a baby, and you could just raise up the kid by yourself. I'm here to tell you, like I said, you bringing a curse upon yourself. That is not of God. God will never ever allow something like that. Like, you need a man in your life for a reason. And I said this in a previous video. God reaches out to the man in a relationship for the important stuff. Not saying that God is not going to reach out to the woman, but God reaches out to the man and give the man direct information and direct revelations on what to do in his life. So you need a man in his life, and you need a man in your life as a woman. Like, anybody out here promoting you don't need a man and you can raise a kid all by yourself and have a family all by yourself. Anybody promoting that, they are not of God. They are of the devil, because God will never ever promote, especially a woman, to try to raise a kids by herself, because they understand the Bible. Like, they know the burden this is going to have on a woman. And what I said this in a previous video, I'm going to say it again, because some women, they're very proudful, like when it comes to Mother's Day, even Father's Day. Like, they're quick to say that, hey, I'm raising all these kids and I'm doing it all by myself. Like, they're very proudful in that aspect. But you don't see that same pride when it's their kid is the one out here doing crimes and stuff like that. When it's their son who's the one out here shooting, stabbing, killing, robbing everybody and doing all that type of stuff. Or when it's their daughter, the one that's out here having sex with everybody. And some of these women out here partaking in the same thing as men nowadays. Like, so, like I said, where's that pride at? Like, when it's your kid, the one that's out here doing stuff, like, you don't have that same pride. But and also, like I said, I was lucky in my life to have a father. In fact, I had two fathers. I had my father and then my uncle who just passed away. So I had two fathers. My father, he's more white collar, so he was the more suit and tie type of guy. Like, he was the one that always told me to look a man in his face, shake a man's hand, or like stand up when you're shaking a man's hand, keep your valuables on your offhand pocket, like little stuff like that. Always be a gentleman and show mannerisms, and always have that type of stuff. And then on the other side, I had my uncle. He was more of the street guy, so he told me, like, don't get involved in like all the gang culture that was going on in during those times in the early 2000s, and that was going on in New York during those times. He told me that's the reason I don't smoke to this day is because of my father and my uncle. I don't smoke, I don't drink, is because of them, because they put a fear in me. And that's one thing that's missing nowadays, that fear of God that comes from the man, that comes from the father, that should be put on the son. Like I said, I don't smoke to this day because of the fear of God that my father put into me. I don't have a criminal record to this day because of the fear of God that my father put into me. So, like I said, these people want to remove the man out of the house, or like I said, they tell women that they can do it all by themselves and they don't need a man. Like, that is not of God. Like, that is not of God at all. And since we're on the topic of chastising, I want to go to Proverbs 13:24. And it says, he that spareth his rod hateth his son, but he that loveth him chastising him betimes. And I also want to go to Proverbs 19:18. And this also says, chastise thy son while there is still hope, and let not thy soul spare for his crying. So, like I said, even the Bible gives you instructions on what to do with your sons, like particularly your sons, because I'm not gonna lie, the son, the male, he's gonna need that whipping, like, because as boys we get into stuff, like we always, like, we're highly energetic, we have testosterone, like we find like fun and like doing mischievous things, and like doing, like, messing, like seeing things blow up, and like we have fun in that type of stuff. So a little boy, like I said, is going to need that fear of God that only a man can put in him. So, like I said, I don't want all these people that talk about you don't need a man, or I'm doing it, or I can do battle by myself. Like, no, that is not of God. God would never instruct a woman to raise a family by herself. So, and also, the man must be in the daughter's life also, because nowadays I seen a video, and it was a group of, I think, 5 or 6 year olds dancing to one of these rappers, like one of these explicit songs or something like that. Like, any man nowadays, if he ever see his daughter dancing to one of those type of songs, like, he would see red. He would do, like, he would say no, like, no, what are you doing? Like, he would black. He would start spazzing, like, what are you doing, like, dancing like that? So that just goes to show you, like, the power that a man has in that relationship, the power of fatherhood, like, and they're trying to remove that nowadays. Like, and also, like I said, because a mother is needed too. Like, for a mother, well, a good mother, like I said, she is the mother is going to be the first woman that the son ever loves. So she's got to be kind, like, she's got to be soft-spoken and not talk to the son like he's a piece of trash. Like, you see, that's also being promoted nowadays too. Like, you see some of these mothers talk to their sons, just because they hate the fathers, they'll talk down to the sons, like the sons did something, like the sons asked to be here. Or also, and this goes with the not the spirit for the ride, like I just wrote, like I just read. These mothers, like, it's like they're dating their sons, like they treat them as son husbands, like they don't discipline their son, like they let their sons do whatever they want to do. And like I said, that's why you see the hierarchies in some of these neighborhoods, like especially these urban neighborhoods. Like, Like, you see what happens when, and I hate to say this, and I'll say this with all respect, you see what happens when women are in power. Like, you see what happens. Like, you could go to any urban neighborhood and see what happens when the woman is the head of the household. And if you go to these urban neighborhoods, you see it is chaos in these urban neighborhoods. And these are mostly coming from one parent, which is the mother household. So, like I said, you women out there, you take pride in being single mothers and not needing no man. But where's that same pride when it's your kid out here doing that thing? So, like I said, I'm not against single mothers or whatever like that, but God would never tell a woman to go to a sperm bank and impregnate yourself and raise a family by yourself, like how they're trying to promote nowadays. So, like I said, that is not of God. But that was number one. They're removing the traditional family structures in these families nowadays. So, number two, by misgendering them. And as we know, once you come into this word, or even as you know in general, like, there is only two genders: male, female. That's it. Nowadays, there are so many prefixes and so many, like, I don't even know how, like, there are so many of them nowadays. Like, I lost track. Like, I don't, like, it is crazy. Like, I don't even know what is what, who is who, like, what is what. Like, I do not know. Like, but as we know, God is not the author of confusion. God made two genders, and that's it. Like, I don't know what is going on nowadays. Like, you got some boys want to do girl stuff, some girls want to do boy stuff. Like, don't get me wrong, there were plenty of girls that were into sports and played basketball with us, or even like into, like, they used to call them tomboys, like the girls that used to wrestle with us and be aggressive with us and all that type of stuff. Yeah, that's always been there. But nowadays, like I said, where they make it seem like a woman must be doing that, or a woman must be trying to compete with a man and this and that and that, that is not of God. Like I said, it is, like I said, it's no, I have no problem with a competitive girl or whatever like that want to play with the boys, or like I said, a tomboy who was grew up with brothers or whatever like that, so she was always rough. Like, that is nothing wrong with that. But when the powers try to put that, like, they try to hold them to that stigma, and then where they try to add the competition, like, oh, you can compete with the men, or you can change your gender to compete with the women, or vice versa. You can change your gender to compete with the women. Like, that is not of God. Like, God would never ever approve something like that. Like, so like I said, this misgendering which is going on is not of God. That is of Satan. So yeah, that's number two, about misgendering them. Number three, by misdiagnosing them. And nowadays, they are quick to diagnose these kids nowadays. If they don't think that the kid is progressing at a level that the kid should be progressing of, or if they think that the kid has too much energy or something like that, they are quick to prescribe these kids with some of these brain altering drugs nowadays. Like, I seen, it was a kid, he was like a 6-year-old kid. They diagnosed him with ADHD or whatever like that, because he couldn't sit still, and he always wanted to run and play around. He is a 6-year-old boy. What do you think 6-year-old boys want to do? They don't want to be sitting down all the time. Like, 6-year-old boys want to be running and jumping and playing and doing that type of stuff. I remember when I was 6, or even when I was younger, like, I remember WWF was like big when I was growing up. Like, and yes, I said F, not E, because F was worse than E. E is more toned down. F was bad. But to the point, WWF was up and coming back in those days, and we used to always try to imitate what some of these wrestlers used to do. Like, I used to always jump off the Jumbo Gym and try to do the Shawn Michaels, or try to do the Jeff Hardy, or try to pedigreeing everybody or stunnering everybody. Like, I used to always try to do that. So, to the point, these kids nowadays, if a kid is, especially a boy, if he's out there playing and want to be always jumping around, playing around and stuff like that, some of these teachers, some of these psychiatrists, some of these doctors are quick to diagnose them to try to get them to calm down, like not even knowing that a boy is supposed to be energetic and running and stuff like that. Like he's not, like I said, you can't like, why are you trying to put a muzzle on a little boy? Like they say from the ages of what, 3 to I think 9, like a little boy testosterone is like maybe like at one of his peaks besides like puberty. So like I said, at that age, little boys always want to be running around and stuff like that. But these, like I said, these doctors and stuff like that, they want to be quick to diagnose these kids with these mind altering drugs that they can't get off of. Like, and it, like I said, that is a demon in themselves, because like I said, some of these drugs, like you're gonna need one drug to get off another drug, and then another drug to get off that drug, and then this drug gave you side effects, and then this drug gave, like I said, it's a cycle, and they try to do this on purpose to try to get the kids like I said, the pharmaceutical industry is a business within itself. So they try to do that to make your kids messed up in the head, and not only with boys, with girls too. Because when a girl, I read this, when a girl goes through puberty, like her hormones is like all over the place. So they're quick to diagnose a girl with depression and anxiety and all that type of stuff, not even knowing, like I said, that's her natural body just acting like that. It has nothing to do with like I said, they're trying to say she's depressed and all that type of stuff. That's her natural hormones doing that. It has nothing to do with other stuff. So like I said, that is a big thing nowadays. They are misdiagnosing these kids, giving them drugs, these brain altering drugs, and the next thing you know, when they grow up, they're addicted to Adderall, they're addicted to like some of these other popular drugs that are out nowadays, all because they was misdiagnosed when they were a kid. Like, so that was number 3. They are misdiagnosing these kids. Number 4, bad parenting. And this is why I want to hold the parents accountable nowadays, because they are not like how they were in my day. Like I said, I grew up with a father and a mother. I was very fortunate for that, to grow up with both a father and a mother. And I had an uncle. So I had 3 parents. And my grandfather was alive at the time too. So I had a slew of positive male role models. And I had uncles, other aunts, all types of stuff. So I had both positive male and female role models in my life. So, but nowadays, that is not the case. Like, some of these parents nowadays, like, they're quick to throw the Game Boy or throw the iPad or throw that in the kid's face just so they can get them out of their face or get them to be quiet. They're not taking they don't take interest in the child's life nowadays. Like I said, they'll just, anything to shut the kid up, they'll just do it. Like, if that means, all right, I gotta give them this iPad, or put them in front of YouTube or in front of TikTok all day just to get the kid to shut up, they would do that. Like, instead of in my day, we had, well, none of this like, yeah, we had social media back in my day. Like, yeah, we had video games and stuff like that, but for the most part of my youth, like, we was playing more board games, we was playing more spades, we was playing more just games that'll bring the family close together. Like, it's not like nowadays, like with parenting, like, you got everybody in their separate room. Like, even when you eat nowadays, like, you got these kids, the kids eat in their room, the parent, like I said, it's all over the place. Like, when we were kids, we all ate at the table and all that. Like, so the family structure nowadays is not like it was when I was growing up. Like, and then back to parenting, like, you got some of these parents that want to, especially the women, that want to compete with their children, or they think they still got it. You got some of these women having babies younger and younger and younger. So the kid is only 15 years younger than you. So the mother could be 30, the kid could be 15, and they're both competing with each other to see who can get the most dudes or who can get the most attention. So, like I said, it's like the bad parenting nowadays. I'm not gonna just hold the women. I'm gonna get to the men too, because all these the Pookie and Ray Ray prototype, like the dudes that be out here gang banging and smoking and drinking and high all day, they are no better than these women. Like, and the Bible says, and also for the men who leave the women to raise the kids by themselves, those are the worst of the worst of the worst type of people in the world. And the Bible even says they are worse than a non-believer. Like, those are the worst. Those are the people that's going to be in the bottom of hell. Like, so, like I said, I got to hold men accountable too. You men out there that don't have no purpose and you're not doing nothing with your life, and you want to, like I said, leave these women to raise kids by yourself. You know better than these women, and you're gonna be judged on your time. And also, you men out there that are teaching your kids to, because I see fathers rolling up with their sons, and they fathers teaching them how to shoot guns and stuff like that. Like I said, like, what type of parenting is it nowadays? Like, it's not the same. It's more of a friendship than it is a parentship nowadays. It's no authority in some of these households nowadays. It's just one big friendship. So that was number 4, bad parenting. Number 5 is bad role models. And as you can see nowadays, like, they are promoting some of the most disgusting stuff, like in both the male rappers, the male rappers, the female rappers, the male singers, the female singers, some of these social media influencers, like, they're promoting the most disgusting stuff you see nowadays. Like I said this in a previous video before. I remember the singers, the rappers and the singers, the female rappers and singers of my day. Like, yes, you had your Little Kims, like your Foxy Browns or whatever like that, but it is not to what it is nowadays. Like, some of these women rappers and singers are promoting the most egregious things nowadays. They are promoting, like, some of the dirtiest things, and for both men and women to do. And some of these male rappers too are promoting the most stupidest, like I said, all that shoot 'em up, bang bang. Like, that was not, like I said, in my day, those rappers were not rapping like that. They were not encouraging people to go out there committing crimes and do all types of nefarious things. The women rapper of my days, like the Lauryn Hills, like the MC Lights, the Queen Latifahs, they was never promoting women to be out there showing their body, using their body for money, or having sex with everybody, or like I said, the female rapper nowadays is the sexual thug. So they trying to promote these females nowadays to be like I said, on the block, doing what the men do, and over sexualized at the same time. So the female thug is at its height nowadays. So like I said, these bad role models, not only with the singers and the rappers and stuff like that, some of these social media influencers, like, they are horrible, and they are promoting this on the kids, and the kids are just eating it up, and they want to be just like the people, these famous people that they see nowadays. So that was number 5, bad role models. And rounded up with number 6, social media influence. And I'm a millennial, so in my day, like, we were the innovators of social media. So in my day, I remember we had AOL, we had AOL Messenger, we had, like, Black Planet, like, all that type of stuff. But this stuff nowadays is crazy. Like, the things that they're promoting, like the influence, like the social media influence nowadays, is nothing like we had back in my day. Like, they are promoting women to get their body done while they're young. Like, they're promoting, like I said, all these skits and all these challenges, like I even see, like, they got a beat 'em up, like a beat up cop challenge nowadays, where they go around and harass cops and beat them. Like I said, it is so much garbage going on nowadays. Like, it is crazy nowadays, all the stuff you see. And like I said, the main part of that is social media. Like, they are promoting all these skits, all these challenges, all these everything nowadays. Like I said, they're promoting the most egregious things nowadays on social media. Like, and that also plays in back to number 3, where I went to misdiagnosing them, because some of these girls in particular, I want to say the women, because they are getting their body done to try to look like some of these influencers and stuff, like, not even knowing, like I said, it's like how fake it is, how much they don't even know the damage that they're doing to themselves. I see that BBL surgery, like, that is the most dangerous surgery in the world nowadays, and they promote that like it's nothing nowadays. Like even on regular radio and stuff like that, they promote women to get BBLs and stuff like that. Like, and it's crazy. And like I said, that's what causes some of these the youth, like some of these little girls, to like go through depression and want to have so many thoughts in their head because their body doesn't look like one of these fake bodies that they see online or whatever, like in social media and stuff like that. So that is crazy nowadays, the thing, how powerful social media can be to the brain, like especially the youth brain when it's young. Because when you're young, like I said, that's when you're getting your most information. That's when you're finding yourself, especially during puberty. That's when your hormones is raising, like your mood swings is up and down because your body is going through transformation. So like I said, that is like the social media to the youth is why like you see a lot of these problems nowadays. So that wraps it up with the video right there. Those were the 6 things that I came up with. Number 1 was removing the traditional family structure. Number 2 was misgendering them. Number 3 was misdiagnosing them. Number 4 was bad parenting. Number 5 was bad role models. And number 6 was social media influence. So I guess that wraps it up for the video. And that is how Satan is attacking our youth nowadays. As I'm not a father, but to my nephews, I tell them all the time, man, make good decisions, stay out the streets. I do what my uncle did to them. Like, I do what my uncle did to me. All that blood and Crip stuff, all that smoking and drinking, no, that is not what you're supposed to be doing. So that's how we got to be as parents, as elders, as like I said, as role models or whatever like that. We have to be on our kids, on our youth. Like, we cannot let Satan get to them. So with that being said, I'm gonna end the video with that. So first get right with the Most High, and then get on Angel Time.